This is Null Chunk, hardcore chunk-locked Ironman. Just as I'm editing the first episode, I got an Evil Bob event, and I'm gonna be unlocking the fishing skill, level 7. It's not often that people actually interact while running past Sports Rim. So yeah, I wasn't at the time recording, but now I am. With this lamp, the hardest bit is done, and it's finally level 2 Slayer. Only up from here. And here is a quick level 40 strength. With this grimy Guam, I'm gonna be reaching level 5 Herblore, and now I can start identifying the Marantil. We'll go a bit faster from now on. Still, only gonna be doing identification for XP for the foreseeable future at least. All of the banked Marantil brought me to level 6. Decided to try out my luck and kill a few hobgoblins, and first upgrade I got is an iron spear. So I think it's an upgrade. It's just not that significant. And soon after I got a steel spear, so it's for sure an upgrade. That complete. Yeah, it's for sure an upgrade over the dagger, but I will see if it's worthwhile. Yeah, not really, and I think with my current level not that much better than just going back to the dagger and shield. I'm still losing a lot of health just killing the lower level hobgoblins, so I think I'll stay on the dagger and shield for now. I've decided that goblins are fair game. After all, they've been harassing the shopkeeper here non-stop in this chunk. And also I benefited from them with the shield. So another drop table added to the chunk task list. Shouldn't be too long, shouldn't be too hard. It's 1 in 128 is the rarest item, but I'll need to be on a constant lookout not to accidentally leave my chunks. After a bit of goblin slaying, I think it's time to utilize my HP pool and grind some guards. I still have a bit of food in my inventory, so I think it's a good split. When I have close to full health, I come here and do some kills, and when I get a bit low, I just go back down and start hitting goblins again. I don't really get a lot of damage from goblins, so over time it should work out, at least until I finish the goblin loot table. It seems I still get hit quite hard, so after this one I think I'm just going back to the goblins. I don't get enough kills to justify using up food, considering the food takes effort to make, too much effort for this kind of grinding. So I'll go back to the goblins for a bit, try to raise my levels, and hopefully come back and do that a lot easier. Another nice prayer level up, 31. Seems I finally got an upgrade. Nice. So I can use it with my shield. Yep. And if I accidentally get hit, hopefully it won't be as as strong as currently. And yet another dupe before getting anything unique. I don't know if I should be happy or sad. Finally another best in slot, a black Kai shield. Great. My gear is slowly improving. With this level up, level 36 attack and combat 47, I finally reached my mini goal of 47 combat, which makes it safe for me to go down to the pirates and just attack the ones that actually have drops. And finally I will no longer be attacked by the level 23 ones that drop nothing and just annoy me. It is a very weird feeling of I just missed an event. I checked the random event log. I saw it's a frog event. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Finally, the last unique drop from a guard that I can't get from any other mob, so that means I can be done with guards and can go on grind some other mobs. Got another mystery box. What will it be? It's a steel plate body. Actually, that's very, very nice. Yeah, with this, I should actually get way less damage. Great. Just helped out Pete. What will he give me? Another Slayer lamp. 38 thieving and almost 3.8k pickpockets. And just hit 39 thieving, foot pedaling away. The XP rate is actually not that bad, that's 10k an hour, as long as I have at least basic food. Okay, and with this, level 40, another chunk task complete, and I managed to maintain about 7.5k an hour rate with the food restocking time included. So for this level it wasn't that bad, even though it was very click intensive. I think I achieved very close, yeah, I got 4.6k pickpockets to get here from 1 to 40, and I'm only 400 away from my other goal of reaching 5k pickpockets to actually justify purchasing a ship upgrade. So I'll continue on, but should be done very soon. Okay, and that's 5,000 pickpockets done. Whenever I feel like it, I guess I can go and unlock my ship. Though I would still need to obviously level up sailing a bit since I'm stuck at 7. And I'm not really sure if there's any good way to do it. The only option I have is just to idle around and get the trimming XP, which is not ideal. And I would kind of prefer to avoid it if possible. At the same time, if there are no better options and I'm forced to do that to unlock something, I'll do it. Yeah. And time to complete the chunk task. Whenever he's ready. Yeah. Come on, let's try again. Maybe third time's the charm. What do you think? Yes, and that's a chunk task complete. A guard has been pickpocketed. 44 strength and another max hit. Now I need to wait a few more levels until I can do it in attack, and I can switch from strength to attack and defense for a bit. Time to address a mistake I made in the first episode. I thought that I couldn't do anything about these spyglass spots, but I actually can get a spyglass. I wasn't aware, but even though I don't claim it in Pandemonium, I can get it from my shell. The same for the captain's log. I honestly don't know how long that's been that way. I kind of feel when I initially did sailing that wasn't a thing, and that's why I assumed I needed to somehow claim them first. But no, it seems I can actually do these tasks, so I'll go around and complete a few tasks that I skipped thinking I couldn't do them first. I also had a good chance to confirm that I cannot kill the bull sharks in any way. At least not right now, since I don't have a good way to safe spot them, sadly. 45 strength and 49 combat. Right, so this is how a usual trip looks right now. Filling up my inventory. I don't know why, but for now I'm just hoarding everything. So whenever I run out of food, I just finish off by killing a few muggers to make sure my inventory is full. So that's why you see so many ropes at the end of it. It could be in part because have a bit of a mindset that I might need it down the line when otherwise I would have bought it. I don't have that now. So I'm just holding on to everything just in case. Since I got some drops of air runes, I decided that it's time to take care of one of the tasks, and that's casting some wind strikes. I think with the air runes I have, I might be able to go to level 3. And if I do, then I unlock Confuse, which is actually a lot easier to farm runes for. Since body runes are dropped by goblins, that means unlike air runes that right now drop at a very low rate from pirates or guards, I can actually farm up and start just blasting confuse all over, since I would really love to level up my magic to level 33. And one more cast. Yes, level 3, nice. So I can do confuse now. Hopefully that will make the magic leveling just a bit easier. Okay, and with this my air runes are gone. I'm at level 4 magic. Didn't last long, sadly. Time to finish it off with ranged. Finally, task complete. And let's put the lamp I just got into Slayer, and that's level 3 Slayer. 47 strength and 375 total. Got back the 7 max hit on attack and defense, so can start training them up. Another inventory complete. Back to restock. That's 50. Combat. Nice. 37 attack, yeah. The arm hobgoblin is still kicking my butt. Just that max hit of 5. And here's the steel longsword. Nice. On strength, I'm only 2 away from a next max hit. Or 5 on attack. I can try it out flinching the ice giants until I get the mithril mace, which I think will be another potential upgrade on top of that. And on the last skill I actually got the iron javelins, so the unique drops from hobgoblins I think are done, from the arm one specifically. And a very slow prayer level coming in. One thing I'm constantly uncertain is how I should spread my combat levels. The attack, the strength, and the defense, because from one side more strength is just higher max hit, and that's the only way I can increase it. On the other hand, higher attack and defense does help a lot. Let's see if I'm lucky. You know, I could always be lucky and just scoop up some easy drops and get done with it. It would be insane if I got the curve bone, considering I do consider it as a meme grind right now. In part of it being a 1 in 5,013, and I'm not really able to kill them directly. The only way I can kill the ice giants is through flinching. I think it's a good time to quickly go over what I consider meme grinds. And simply put, I consider any specific pet grind, any grind that would take 160 hours total to achieve. And in this case, I do include things like getting the supplies, banking, downtime. Otherwise, you could argue that doing magic potentially is a lot faster. And this is another reason why I add another rule that any grind that would take 40 hours of sustained combat would also be considered a meme grind. Let's go quickly over the Eldrick the Ice King. And it's not a meme grind right now, it's just simply impossible. So my current best food is a cheesy potato, heal of 16. I can have 28 of those. And looking at my time to kill, I would realistically need at a minimum 240 seconds. Actually more, like closer to 250. Right, so damage taken from the Ice King is on average 2.797 per second. Right, so and I need realistically at least 250 seconds to kill him. So that brings me to total damage taking of almost 700. And my best healing food is 16. So if I divide it by that, I would need over 40, close to 44 cheesy taters to survive this encounter. And that's considering that I would have all 99s with the best equipment I have now. Now, going to the ice giants. It's a meme grind, and this purely comes from the rule that if it's flinching, and that's the only real way I can do it, it's a meme grind. It just prevents me from being forced to grind for a long bone if it doesn't work. But for the flinching route specifically, I think it's something I would need to revisit every chunk roll, and I don't think it would work the same way as other meme grinds. So the whole idea of meme grinds in my run through is that there's something like a punishment anytime I die in a unique way. The limit being, again, that it's somewhere in the rules that I'm only required to commit up to 40 hours of my best attempt to getting that meme grind. So if it's monster drop meme grind, it's capped at 40 hours per chunk roll. And as I had quite a few free chunk rolls so far where I had no task, this is what would reactivate the meme grind. And every free roll just means I need to go back and do 40 hours more of it. Just trying out one Ice Warrior kill to see how far am I from farming them, and I still can't really do it. I'm 7 potatoes down, and probably it's gonna be total 10 potatoes worth. Back to hobgoblins, pirates, and the others for the foreseeable future. Gonna try to level up some defense and hope that I'll be better off then. Every time now that I have a bit of health left after grinding, I'm going to the guards and pickpocketing a bit, trying to get some passive thieving levels in. Just hit 40 defense and 53 combat. So if I ever get rune, hint hint, I can equip it. But the real benefit is now the pirates are no longer aggressive to me, so I can come here and grind whenever I feel like it without worrying that I'm gonna get just killed. The pirates are kind of trolling me. I'm missing a single 1 in 128 drop. That's a iron plate body. And I already did almost 400 kills. I even hit the gem drop table twice, and still no iron plate body. And finally it's there. Got the iron plate body after 405 pirates killed. I'm finally free from them. I can either go flinching on the ice giants and trying to scoop up any of the unique drops from them, or maybe if it doesn't go well, I'll train a bit more on the hobgoblins until the next max hit. Alright, organized crime started. I managed to get 8 teak planks right away, which is amazing. I'll try to kill as many as I can, and maybe somehow spoon the rune scimitar. Oof. Well, a bit unlucky. I got planks, which is great. The line is just not useful at all. Sad. Yeah, I wanted gear. I didn't want planks at this stage. I might be very happy about planks, but for now, no. I just want the black gear or the rune scimitar. And that's 50 strength. I'll just apply this lamp that I got for Slayer level 4. Well, it finally happened. I would love to say it was in some cool or unfair way, but it's actually a lot simpler. It was a simple case of the range organized crime boss stacking with 3 of the NPCs, and they just kicked my ass. Yeah, it didn't help that the guy there decided to just stand on top because he wasn't getting hit, he was just getting in the way. But I just simply couldn't out-eat it. They just kept hitting me, and the taters were not enough. Well, that's it for the hardcore. And on that note, this is Null Chunk, a chunk-locked Ironman. I've looked into meme grinds available to me right now, and I'm actually only able to do realistically 2, and that's a curved bone grind, but that would be flinching only, as I can't really kill ice giants effectively. So that's ice giants, and Torsal Seed is in the meme grind territory for flinching. So when it comes for seed drops, I'm actually leaning towards not adding them as meme grinds. And the big reason why is that they are shared, and they really depend of which option I would choose. Alright, I switch over all the seeds to hobgoblins, and now suddenly there's more seeds that fall into the meme grind territory, like the dwarf wheat suddenly goes into the 5k drop rate, the lantadime and like the other seeds also go way high up. Torsal becomes 1 in 11k, which is quite insane. To be fair, even from Ice War is 1 in 7.4k. I think the target meme grind for this death will be the curved bone. Just to make it clear, I would probably be backlogging the dwarf wheat and the Torsal if I do not get them by the end of the chunk, as I do not feel they're critical enough, and there is a chance that all of this that I'm saying will be irrelevant, because I might just get lucky. Added the custom tasks to kill 500 ice giants and to kill 500 ice warriors. This is just to keep track. If I complete all the seeds, great. But my true meme grind is the curve bone. I tried to hit some of the bull sharks, but I see I will not survive if I try to do it any longer. Yep, so it is a requirement for me to get some upgrades. In some ways, it is a bit of a relief to lose the hardcore. From the rules, it is probably quite obvious that it was never intended to be kept forever. The expectation was that to do everything I wanted to do, dying is almost impossible to avoid. And maybe if I didn't have any restrictions, I could avoid it for a long time. As right now, my biggest concern was that I couldn't even attempt a theoretically possible kill because I could die. Now I'll be a bit more at ease, but at least open world deaths are now a-okay. Like, if I die, it's fine. I don't need to do any extra meme grinds. With that being said, back to hobgoblins, because I need to kill lots of the armed ones specifically for those seed drops. Wow. First kill, something I was missing. Let's hope this luck continues. Just now I realized that I wasn't recording it. Did another organized crime before going on a little break. Got a black place skirt drop and some oak planks. The place skirt I think will be pretty big because it jumps me right past the steel tier straight to black. Another quick check-in. Went through another organized crime. Got a black medhelm drop, which is a very nice upgrade. It's not extreme because it's still a medhelm, but any defense I'll take. It actually happened. I just turned on the game just to go and do this organized crime, and one of the gangsters actually dropped it. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect it. So yeah, I just got the best in slot for a very long time, probably. The drop did give me a bit more motivation to actually go back to the hobgoblins and start grinding. For a bit I was just logging it in and off just to kill the organized crime, having my revenge on them, I guess. I still will probably try to catch some of them. Maybe I'll be just less diligent on it. Well, this is unexpected. I just got 5 rune javelins from an unarmed hobgoblin at a drop rate of 1 in 8,000. I just accidentally completed a meme grind because anything above 5k drop is a meme grind. It's very unexpected. This is a more interesting level up. With this, the normal hobgoblins are no longer interested in me, so this grind should become a lot easier. Back at the maze, as mentioned before, I have it in my rules that I won't be trying to abuse any of the unintended mechanics of RuneScape, so that means I'm just running through and getting the reward from the end instead of waiting at the chest to maximize my gains. 52 strength, and now my max hit goes to 11. Right, so this time I remember to actually start recording while fighting. They're a pretty nice source of planks, even if I'm not getting, or well, I don't need Rune Scimitar anymore. I'll still take like, yeah, the Cosmic Runes are amazing. I'll take it. Like 60 is the max drop it can give me. So that's great. And I kind of started to avoid the boss whenever possible after my lesson. Time for revenge on the boss. I've been avoiding as much as I can the male ones, since they have very fast range attack that can wreck me like it did last time. But I'll absolutely kill them if they're alone. I don't know when I'll be happy and stop doing that. When the revenge will be done. I think that's what wrecked me last time. It just hit non-stop with the knives, close to max hit, and then Hallie was also attacking me at the same time. So I just couldn't eat probably in time. And I don't get anything good. Just in case, let's try to quickly switch worlds. Oh, still have it. Can attempt to get a few more drops if I'm lucky. Surprisingly, a drop I was missing. A banana. $35 prayer. And with this lamp, it's 5 Slayer. Yep. First Slayer monster unlocked. I don't think if I'm gonna reach them anytime soon, but we're getting there. Just got another lucky gem table drop of a loop of half key. That's actually 1 in 8,000 for me. So I could consider it a meme grind, but I believe I already have it from another source. So I will look it up. But I think this is one case that even though the drop rate on this specific mob is very low, I already got it from another source, so I can't really count it as a banked meme grind. And that's a dwarf wheat seed drop, which is, yes, it's 1 in 5,500 from hobgoblins. So I think this is like the rarest non-meme grind seed that I can get from hobgoblins. Now I just need stuff like Lantidime, Cadentine, I think Snapdragon, like all the others that are between 1 in 1,000 and 1 in almost 4k from hobgoblins. Alright, this trip was 40 kills, so I'm guessing that's gonna be best case scenario. Average gonna be 40, best case scenario gonna be probably 45 still. And on the low end, if I'm unlucky and I just get pummeled down, it's gonna be around 35. And that's the last unique to the Ice Warriors. I'll use up my HP and go back to the hobgoblins. Well, this is not intentional, but seems I can get a potion. Because I just happen to have a Marantil. Oh well. Anti-poison. I'll take it. Might be useful. Who knows? Very nice. Just got a Snapdragon Seed. And that's another task done. 50 attack. Can go back to strength and go for another max hit. 62 cooking on a prime potato diet. Great. That was quite unexpected. A random kill gave me the mace that I was missing. So I believe now I only need one unique drop from an ice giant, and then it's only seeds that's left. 36 sprayer. They slow down quite a lot. And I just keep thinking that I should have gotten 43 before I attempted to get my rune scimitar, but at the same time, it helps so much to make this so much faster. Speeding through the task as compared to previously with just those few extra max hits. Well, that's an interesting drop. And with this, we're going to strength 58 and another max hit. And with that, I have the last unique from the giant, so now all I have are the seeds. Just got a dunce done, and that should be just nice for another Slayer level 7. If I ever reach Lumbridge, now I can kill a Slayer monster. And here's a Quorum Seed, another one in 1.2k, and off the list of the missing seeds. 60 strength. And here's the first overhead protection prayer. Prayer 37. Protect from magic. Quick 44 thieving. And that's a Snapdragon Seed secured. Another one off the list. Always nice to get the doable clue step. Probably will have to start juggling. Oh well. And that's another 50 defense. I've unlocked a lot of things I probably will never equip, but it's always nice to get a level up. Here's another seed drop I was missing, a Belladonna seed. Off the list. And here's a quick 45 thieving in between the kills. Cactus seed has been acquired. And there's the potato cactus seed. I think I'm done with the cacti. Here's Scannantine checked off. And 65 strength. And a quick 10 slayer. So if a 1 in 8,000 drop happens twice, is it still 1 in 8,000? I am in a bit of an awkward situation of, yeah, this is a drop that's allowed me to skip a meme grind for now until I get a more common way to get it, but at the same time, it is rare enough. I just happened to get it twice. Oh well, yeah. Time for some quick Slayer levels. Let's just drop it all in. That's 11. And one more. And that's 12 Slayer. Well, the passive cooking leveling is continuing on Taters, level 63. Time to check my luck again, and it's not there. Huh. And 13 Slayer. Quite an important prayer level, level 40. Oh, it could have saved my hardcore status if I actually got this before I attempted to farm. Well, It's already done. Still glad to have it. That's 60 attack with lots of weapons unlocked that I'll never be able to use. And about time to switch back to defense. Yep, all of these weapons I can't use or get. Brilliant. Yeah, so with that, back to defense training. And that's another Slayer level, level 14. Slowly climbing up from all these laps I'm getting. And here comes another level 15 Slayer. Pretty good. Catch up to fishing now. And this is a very important seed drop. If I'm correct, this is the last seed that I'm currently missing. That is, well, considered farmable right now. Let me double check. Yep, that's the last one. I'm now done with the seed drop. With the exception of, obviously, the ultra rare ones that I'm considering more of a meme. So, just a bit of a finishing up, and then I'm off to finish these small tasks I've been holding off on, and I can roll again. So see you in a bit. Since I was so close, I just decided to quickly get a prey level 41. And of course can't forget the only farm run I can do just before a roll, and that is those 15 composts. Slowly stacking up. I might need it in the future. At least that's what I tell myself. Now it's time to tick off these small fishing tasks that I had. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'm hoping a few catches stops. Yeah, not it. Come on. You can do it. Again, try again. Nope. And is that the one? Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Alright, and the task's done. Moving on. I think it's time to do a quick overlook of how my bank looks after this chunk. So, I can't say a lot has changed, but I have collected a lot more seeds. Significantly more. It's just essentially seeds all around. I'm probably going to be pretty happy with all of the seeds I get when I need to start farming. Collected a decent amount of gear too. I just keep collecting everything I get from drops and all. Farm up a decent amount of cheesy taters. Might need it in the future. At least I hope I will before it's outclassed by something, since they're quite annoying to make. I kept collecting, as I mentioned, all of the gear I get drops, so you see a lot of duplicates. I probably will at some point just alch some of them for magic XP. Not that I need the gold, but XP is nice. And I did collect a decent amount of arrows, considering that drops are the only way I can get them. Some runes should help with the magic training in the future, though air runes are still a huge bottleneck. And the big reason why I can't really train right now. I just need a better source. Yeah, so hoarding's going well. Resources are increasing, and I'm just hoping the rune situation will get better. Maybe next roll is the one where I get a good source of them, and I can finally start training. And yeah, so I collected a decent amount of gems, mostly from, I think, maybe even exclusively. No, mostly from events. Some of them are from the gem drop table. The planks are, I think, mostly from the gang event. And below that, obviously, I have all of the random event gear. And yeah, this is the good drops bit where I have all my rare drops and special drops. So as you can see, I got 3 loops. Hoping I get to complete a key anytime soon. And these are the 10 javelins, which are 2 separate drops that are way over 8,000, I think. Yeah, so far quite happy with the drops. I think at least I should be happy. And time to move on. As I was waffling on, looking at the bank, another gang event spawns, so time to gear up quickly and see if I can get any more useful drops from them. Okay, here it is, the last black drop that I've been missing. A black chain body. And I can't reach that one. For whatever reason, it spawns in an unreachable spot, so boss left. The drops so far are pretty decent. Got a good chunk of runes, a few more planks. Probably will be very useful in the future. And of course the black chain body. So I have now all best in slot gear that I could get, even including these rare events, which is a very good spot to continue on and roll. Alright, all said and done, I am done with all of the tasks, so time to prep to roll. Just marked up all of the available ones that I have. There are a few that I would like to get, obviously. For example, this North Raynor one. Yes, it introduces quite a wait, no, actually, that's a lot of tasks that I did not have before. I'm not certain. Oh, right. So the skeletons drop. Alright, so they drop bait, which turns it into a bit of a death chunk, since that's tens of thousands of skeletons. Yeah, nah, I would prefer to skip that. Obviously, I have number 16. That's right now is a free chunk until I get a way to upgrade my ship, since like I just cannot kill turns without dying. Yeah, my ship won't last, and I don't have access from the land, I think. Maybe I would. That's not really that much relevant. I would wait until I have some way at least to upgrade the ship, or heal the ship at least. Maybe that would require reaching here, Pandemonium. Yeah, so I don't think that much change beyond that. So again, I would love to go down to Pandemonium, but otherwise, there's a few other chunks. Yeah, 17 is there. I think that adding this is potentially correct, even though I said I wouldn't previously. After all, the rule that I'm following that I can go anywhere as long as it's free. So Porpoise Corellis fits this. Yeah, so I'm adding it to the list. And obviously nothing changed in the other bits. I haven't rolled the others for a while, but yeah, Porpoise Corellis would be a very interesting roll. It would have no tasks right now, but it unlocks another way in. And the chunks around, while some of them might be annoying, that would still give me good training methods, especially the one above. I do remember there's a good thieving method there where I can get fish, and some other unlocks in the chunks around. Any of the newer chunks are actually what I would like to get. A lot of them come with things that are not available on the old continent. Especially here in this corner, I remember there's just a fishing net on the floor. Yep, big fishing net. So I could potentially get it and start training fishing properly. Just cleaning up the task log with things I'm backlogging, and I'll be honest, I cut out like over 5 minutes of me just yapping. I guess I got a bit too excited about a new chunk and just had to rehash every single possibility. So yeah, just a quick cleanup and time to roll. The cleanup is done and it is time for a roll. What do I get next? Hoping for something not too easy, not too hard. A nice middle. Oh, that's an interesting one. I think I can only access it through water, which, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I guess it could be nice if I could access it, but right now, it's just kind of a nothing chunk, and I think I'll just backlog the charting task until I decide what to do with the ship. I just right now cannot justify spending another chunk of money when the whole point is not to spend money, just to bring the ship over to here. I would love to unlock a salvaging spot so I could salvage these ship bottles and could do the ship transfers for free. So I feel that I'm gonna try and hold off as much as I can. And if I decide, maybe get the bigger ship to here right away if it makes sense later on. But other than that, yeah, for now it's a free chunk. Maybe it's gonna be something later. Added a few extra chunks around, and I think there's not a lot of reason to continue on talking. Just let's get another one. Again, something not too hard, something not too easy. Just don't be a death chunk, please. And yeah, that's a death chunk. It is absolutely a death chunk. 87 crafting just for making glass. Well, hey there. So we're at the end of the episode 2. Quite a few things have happened. Some grinds were completed, but now I'm off to Intrana to grind mindlessly for the next I don't know how many hours. I have some ideas how to split up this grind, since I don't believe I will actually do the whole 500-600 hours in one go. But more about that in the next episode. But other than that, thanks for sticking through it and watching. I will do my best to remember and include some of these tasks from this episode's grinds. And see you next time.